Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Thursday, August the 13th, the year's 2020. Let's talk trading. TRO Trading Bootcamp Part 4. Just so you know, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Trading is extremely risky. You can lose all of your money and then some, right? If you need trading, investment, or financial advice, seek the advice of an accredited financial professional. Okay, back in the boot camp. You know, I guess everybody has their opinion, their view, what works for them. But as I mentioned yesterday, hope is not a trading plan. And some people, you know, think that some of the screens that I use are boring, especially when we're talking about, horizontal lines. It's pretty much boring. I mean, there's no excitement here. There's nothing fancy. But the thing is, you want your trading plan, your trading method, and your results. You want them to be consistent and repeatable. And when you do something over and over, it's easy to get bored. I mean, if you're on the assembly line and you're putting, widgets together and you just do it, hour after hour, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, you can be mind-numbingly crazy. But are you putting those widgets together because you're looking for entertainment? Or are you putting those widgets together so you can put food on the table, a roof over your head, and have your temperature, warm in the winter and cool in the summer? You're not going to work for entertainment. You're going to work to make money. Well, same thing with trading. You're going to trading to make money. You're not here for entertainment. But some people forget that. And along those lines, it makes some people fearful. They're afraid to trade. You know, and so you got to check yourself, for hesitation. Are you afraid to pull that trigger? Is that hesitation costing you a pip on entry because you move too slow? And then when the market does what the market does, do you get angry about it? I mean, is there any reason to get angry at the market? Is it going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form? Or if you get angry at yourself? And part of what makes things boring is if you're disciplined because you're going to do the same thing over and over again. But that's the discipline. That's what you want to be. Once again, this isn't for excitement. This is trading real money to make money. And there's something else you really need to focus on. And that's, when do you mess up? When are you bad? When do you suck? I mean, there might be something that happens to you that causes you to go on tilt and just screw things up. Could it be if you take a loss, then your next three trades you suck? Well, then maybe if you take a loss, you need to get up, go take a walk, get a drink of water, do something, clear your mind, and come back. Because guess what? Doesn't matter how many trades you miss while you're away, when you come back, there'll be another trade sooner or later. That's why it says wait for your signal. Now, this is the yesterday I had called it the trading plan, but then I said, you know what, really, this is the exit playbook right here. So, because what this allows you to do is put your exit playbook into the computer. So, what happens? If your P&L is greater than 9, then it's telling you to put in a trailing stop of 4 pips. But you see, you can tell it what to do. You could say trailing stop 5 pips. You could say, you know, take 1/2 profit, take half off the table. I mean, this is up to you. You don't have this. This isn't fixed at 9 that you can make this 10. You can make it 7, whatever you want. This is just the default I put in. If you go to 4 plus 4 pips, it's telling you move your stop to break even +1. No, I'm not going to write an EA. So you guys just knock it off. I'm not writing EAs. Can I do it? Yes, but I'm not going to. Okay? I'm just not going to. There's plenty of other people out there writing EAs. I'm not interested. I don't want to take the responsibility for sending out an EA and it has one little tiny bug in it and it causes you to lose money. No, not doing it. So, when you're at 0, it's going to tell you, hey, you know what? Set your stop. You can tell it set your stop at -10, -5, whatever. Then, if your P&L is at -5, might tell you to wait. Then if your P&L is at -10, it's going to tell you exit with the 10 pip loss, okay? But once again, you decide your own exit playbook. But I'll tell you one thing, I've got something built in the code. If your P&L goes more than -10, comes up with a message, you're an idiot. No reason to take more than a 10 pip stop loss. So that's how that indicator works. So right now, we are at the top of the hour here. So we'll see if we can take a short here at the 90 or a long at the 00 and see what happens. We may not get a trade, but I think I showed this indicator. But once again, if you find this boring, then maybe this isn't really what you want to do. Because if you're looking for excitement, if you've got to keep changing your screen and throwing new indicators on there, you're not going to have any consistency. Now, sometimes you have to look at the screen here, and I just missed that trade because I was talking. But I was going to say, you see all these wicks? Sometimes that means that, you might want to take your profit really quick here. Okay, there's 90. I'm going to, whoa. You see how quick that went? Now, since I don't have a stop loss, you see it says trading with the stop loss. That's the idiot mode. Right now, we're up 5 pips. Stop loss is at 0 because I haven't set it. Now we're at -1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the stop loss remotely here. And you see it just went away. I set the stop loss. Oh, I set it wrong. I set it at 11 pips. I forgot I got in slow. I got in at 89 when I really wanted to get in at 90. So I just fixed it. And no, I didn't put a take profit in because usually we're trading this on the fly. We're not setting TPs, but of course you could set your take profit in there just because the exit playbook doesn't have a TP set in there. That's okay. You can do that. It's not preventing you at all. So, you're in boot camp. And you might look here and say, oh, I don't know if I should take that. All this is telling is maybe you need to take it quick, you know, or maybe it's like if it breaks it, maybe it's going to break it for a big run. You don't know. And there's so many things you can do that can wiggle you out of the trade. For example, right here, I see a 3 ball. Normally, I see that 3 ball, I want to jump out of the trade. But then a lot of times it'll keep pushing down, because I'm looking at a 1 minute chart here, and I'm looking at an H1 or hourly chart here. So right now up 1.9 pips. Look at that. There's 5 pips. Move, stop the break even +1. So that means I need to move the stop to 88. Okay, so now the stops loss is at 88. And so that's basically how the exit playbook indicator works. I think I've got most of the kinks worked out of it and all the good stuff put in. And you know, one thing about this style of trading is we're not doing hindsight. And as you can see, it hit my stop loss, took me out of the trade. You know, and we're not predicting what's going to happen. We just know that based on history, that if price opens between these two lines, chances are it's going to move outside of those two lines and give you a chance to make a pip or two or more. I mean, that's just what the market does. So we know this by statistics. And somebody says, well, you know, talking about making how to use statistics to, you know, to trade. Well, that's how I use it. We know that on average during this hour of the day, this particular for the pound, the H1 bar is going to be 13 pips or more. We just know that. So it opened here and then it ranged, and we just take advantage of it. And in this case, it ranged 14 pips this hour, but the hour before was 34, 39, 16, and 20. So obviously it broke out of these bars these past 4 hours here. I mean, this is just simple. You can look at the chart, you can see it happen, and it happens, you know, hour after hour. Some hours, maybe it doesn't, but most times it does. And usually if it doesn't happen, it's usually like one of the first couple of hours in the Asian session. But you can see here, even in the first 3 hours of the day, it still broke across these horizontal lines. It's not hard. You just have to do it. And remember, consistent, repeatable. That's what you want out of your trading plan. That's what you want out of your execution. And so I know this chart isn't fancy. You know, you're not going to win any, you're not going to attract a lot of people if you post this chart, you know, out there on some forum or Instagram or whatever. But the thing is, you're not here for vanity. You're here for sanity. You're here to make money. So just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And remember to subscribe and click like on the YouTube like button. TheRumpledOne signing out.